Good morning to you, Jim. Yeah, the exact same front that brought the severe weather to the south yesterday headed our way today. The only good news is that it is weakening slightly. It's not going to be quite as impactful as it was for New Orleans and portions of Mississippi and even East Texas, which got hit hard earlier yesterday morning. But it is the next weather alert day because this is going to produce some heavy rain, very strong wind gusts, and the potential for downed branches and power lines. Cannot even rule out a potential brief spin-up tornado or tornado warning, especially the farther south you are. So if you're in Delaware, that's something you really want to kind of keep an ear out for. Have a safe space, have a place you're going to go if that tornado warning does pop up. And of course, we will bring that to you immediately here on both on air and on CBSPhiladelphia.com. 55 degrees, the current temperature right now. That is not a typical early March temperature at 7:15 in the morning in Philadelphia, but it shows you just how warm it has gotten out ahead of this advancing front. And as we go through the next 12 hours, basically the trend is downhill, right? So the wind is going to start to really pick up starting about 11 or 12 o'clock. Then wind and rain, heavy rain through the afternoon and evening hours. The line of storms that we're most concerned about will likely move through the city right around 4 to 5 p.m. and then it just tapers to showers by 8 o'clock. It is a mild day. Temperatures are near 60, but again, not a lot of time to get outside and enjoy it. So today, here's what to expect. This is what has prompted the next weather alert. A line of gusty storms, mainly late afternoon into the early evening. These will produce heavy rain and the potential for localized flooding, even just ponding or road spray out there for your evening drive. We do need the rain. We really do need a good soaking, a good inch of rain, but would prefer it over a more extended period of time. If it comes down too quickly, you could run the risk of some localized flooding. Damaging wind gusts, especially embedded within that squall line of storms. Gusts over 50 miles an hour are possible, and even that isolated tornado threat. And again, the target time, 2 p.m. to the west, 8 p.m. it's off the coast. And right in the middle of that, 4, 5, 6 o'clock is likely when things will be at their worst around the city and surrounding suburbs. So clouds and radar right now, here's what we're seeing. This band of showers moving through central Pennsylvania, right around State College, Altoona. This is all lifting north. We may get clipped by the southern edge of this first batch, but it's this line of storms, which is starting to look a little bit kind of nastier, let's say, for lack of a better term, as it moves through the Carolinas. That's what's heading our way later on this afternoon and evening. And we do have a slight risk of severe weather for much of our area. That's the yellow you see here. That's a level 2 out of 5 risk. It's a level 1 risk for the city and portions north and east. But we also have a slightly enhanced tornado risk. There's enough wind shear, there's enough rotation in the wind field that we're at a 2% risk for tornadoes for South Jersey and Delaware, especially a 5% risk as you head down into Virginia and the Carolinas. These numbers don't seem high, but they are higher than we'd like to see. What you want is a 0% tornado risk. So something we'll be monitoring closely as the afternoon goes on. Scattered showers early. The winds really start to pick up, that blowtorch wind out ahead of our cold front. And you can see heavy downpours moving into Berks and Lancaster counties by 1 or 2. Here is that line of storms moving through Wilmington around 3:30, 4 o'clock. Philadelphia, again, the target time looks like 4 to 5 o'clock. 5:30, 6 o'clock for South Jersey. And again, embedded within this line of storms, you could get a brief rotation, and a brief tornado warning is not out of the question. I do think the greater risk is damaging straight line wind gusts in excess of 50 miles an hour, capable of knocking out power. As far as the rain, again, it is much needed rain, but we're looking at a quick inch plus across much of the area, and the winds really picking up by around noon and gusting to 50 miles an hour plus as the actual front comes through. And that would be, again, right around 4 o'clock or so in the city. Tomorrow is drier, but it's windy, and it's still going to be windy on Friday. A little cooler Saturday, but we'll end with some good news. We've got a warming trend next week. We could approach 70 by next Tuesday.